during Mad Monday that you would like to share with us in this safe space?
I drank a bucket of beer and a bottle of breast milk. And I got up on a table and weed on most of my teammates.
And you are feeling regret about this?
Yeah, I missed a couple who were up the back.
All right, Sammy, what about you?
I fondled a strange, ugly woman.
It's okay, mate, it was me.
Randy, is there any Mad Monday behaviour that you'd like to express genuine regret about?
Probably. I can't remember.
Fortunately for you, we do have some CCTV footage of exactly what you got up to.
Oh, yeah, it's on YouTube too. Yeah.
Oh, sweet!
Check it out.
Oh, there I am! Oh, that poor dog. Is he okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine.
And all this acting out that you've been doing, is that how you cope with all the pressure on the field?
There's no pressure on the field.
We can play footy in our sleep,
I do play footy in my sleep. That's why I'm always trying to spoon the referee.
It's the having to be shit-faced, fighting and rooting the other 20 hours a day. That's the pressure.
And do you know how exhausting it is having to be wasted all the time?
And all the group sex.
Tell me about it.
No, tell me about it. I never get invited. What happened?
So you do have a lot of genuine regret.
No, what we regret is signing up in the first place.
Signing up?
Stuff's in our contracts. Do you think I want to drink all the time, be promiscuous? No! It's exhausting and it's embarrassing and it's degrading.
So the public perception of footballers as arrogant, drunken buffheads, that's all just
in our contracts. And now the season's over, we can go back to being normal.
I'm off to the opera.
I'm finishing my thesis.
I'm doing a one-woman show in Hobart.
Gentlemen, this is very heartening. And so when next footy season starts...
Back on the piss!
You're hot.
Still to come on Good News World, we cross to the top end, where lorikeets that eat fermented fruit and then pass out are making it even easier to pick up a drunken bird in Darwin. An Irishman dies of spontaneous human combustion after a game of hot potato goes horribly wrong. And superfast internet to cost Australians as little as $50 a month, although telephone assistance to get the thing to work will cost around $50 a minute. Now let's check finance with Tom Gleasonovsky at Tomsec. Tom, how are the markets looking, my friend?
Fine, everything's absolutely fine, nothing to worry about here.
Are you sure about that, Tom? I can't help but notice there's a...
Well, the markets are absolutely fine, cruising along nicely, the dollar's fine, all the Australian shares are tracking beautifully, so everyone's super's going to be all good. There's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Tom, I apologise, but I'm not sure everyone in your office would agree with that.
No, we're all on the same page. Aren't we, Jeremy? Sorry, he must have fallen asleep. But it is late, you know, it's...
I think that's it for finance, that's it.
Paul,
let's leave Tom
it's not as bad as it looks. He was just doing a chin-up and he nodded off. Are you okay? Sometimes it's just good to ask.
Is there life after death? Some say no, but others, selling tickets to shows where they claim to contact the dead, say yes. One such ticket seller, American psychic John Edward, is touring Australia, and he joins me now. John Edward.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everybody. I am sensing that the spirits are very strong with you, Paul. The spirits are very strong with you.
Really, John?
Getting a female presence. I'm getting a female presence. I'm getting an M. Myrtle. Myrtle is here, Paul.
Myrtle?
Yeah, Myrtle.
Ha! Who is Myrtle?
I'm sensing that your mother and Myrtle were very close. Very close. Your mother, Myrtle, close.
Now, do you have any proof about my mother and Myrtle, this fabulous Myrtle?
I'm getting... Myrtle is telling me that your mother had a son called Paul.
Oh, you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing.
He works in television.
It's uncanny. Is it just dead people you can see, or can you see other...
No, I also see dead monkeys. I see dead chickens. I see a lot of dead insects.
Dead insects?
Mostly flies, attracted by all the dead people.
Oh. So the other side Isn't a place you'd recommend?
No, it's full of mosquitoes and relatives. It's kind of like going on a really shitty family holiday. Oh, I'm getting something! I'm getting something! Something's coming! I am sensing that you have a question for me!
No.
Yeah, no, you do!
No, I don't.
You do! You've got a question!
I don't have a question!
You do have a question for me!
I don't have a question!
You do!
What would that question be?
The question is, what would that question be?
Is this what people can expect when they come to see you live?
Yeah, 2 hours of this shit.
Sounds extraordinarily painful.
It is. Statistically, I'm mostly talking to people who wish they were dead. Yeah. Oh, I'm sensing something else! I'm sensing something! I'm getting something!
What are you getting?
I'm sensing that you lost someone close to you.
No.
Well, Barry is here with me, Paul, and he says you did not lose him.
What?
Barry says you have no idea who he is.
I don't know who Barry is.
He says you mean absolutely nothing to him.
I don't mean anything to Barry. He doesn't mean anything to me.
You could not give a shit about Barry.
Well, that's a little hard.
Well, you give a little bit of a shit about Barry.
A little tiny shit about Barry.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm sure Barry's all right, mate.
Barry's not all right, Paul. He's dead. Barry has passed over. He's passed over. Barry's passed over.
I am sorry to hear that Barry has passed over.
Barry says he forgives you.
Well, I told you I don't know Barry.
You've never met a Barry?
Never met a Barry.
Never.
Oh, well, there was Uncle Bill's mate, Barry.
I'm getting a bill. There's a bill amongst us.
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill is here with you, Paul.
Beautiful old Uncle Bill.
He's here, Paul.
Oh, he's been gone for ages. Uncle Bilbo.
He says he's very proud of you.
What else does he say?
He says, don't worry about anything. Everything's going to be okay.
Oh, we loved Uncle Bill. He was great.
He says he loves you very much.
I remember when we were kids and he used to bounce us on his knee.
He did, yes.
I think it was his knee.
Bill is saying, don't talk about that right now, Paul. I'm getting some advice from Barry, and from Bill, and from Myrtle. They're saying you cannot take your money with you when you go, Paul, so give it to John Edward.
Thank you very much, John Edward. Thank you, John. Just before we go tonight, I'd like to say one last goodbye to the most special time of the year. The joy, the wonder, the pure Australian magic that is football.
Once a year, I get a little bit lonely.
Once a year, I get a little bit down.
'Cause I'm stuck in conversations that I don't understand. And all around the nation there are parties being planned. Here it's meant to be contagious, but I just can't seem to catch it. No, I can't catch finals fever. How come I'm the only sole survivor?
This plague has claimed so many of my friends.
People for no reason who are always so polite. At the end of footy season become shitheads overnight. And I wish that I could share in their connection.
In September I don't even wear protection.
But my doctor says there's no sign of infection. I'm immune to finals fever. Got a call on the phone from a dear old friend with a party invitation he was wishing to extend. Knock, knock, knock at 2 o'clock.
Hey, Sonny! Ha ha! The game's about to start! Get in here, you wanker!
Unbeknownst to me, the gathering he'd arranged for the weekend was football-based.
So who you going for?
I don't have a team.
What?
I don't really go for anyone.
Oh, who invited this loser? Let's duck him!
As I sat at the back with a warm six-pack and a sausage in bread, I wished that I was lying on a lilo in the ocean at a tropical resort, drinking a margarita through a curly straw. There's a lady on a lilo coming at me in a coconut bra. She's smiling at me and I'm reaching out to touch her.
Oh, wake up, Sonny! You just missed a goal, you dickhead! Have another stubby! have another sausage, and bloody get amongst it! Ah!
I guess that I was immunised at birth.
Oh, bullshit, that was a high tackle!
For the life of me, I can't see what it's worth.
Come on up,
I feel like I'm the only one on earth
Get a dog up here!
who can't catch finals fever.
Get a dog up here, you bloody bastard! Come on!
I find that alcohol is a terrific social lubricant when I'm entertaining guests.
I find that alcohol is a great way to calm my nerves after a day taking care of 3 screaming kids.
I find that alcohol is a great way to wake up in a strange man's bed with a throbbing headache, new piercing, and a rash.
Well, that's the way it was where we were in the world Monday, October the 3rd. What's coming up next week, Mikey?
I'll be telling Gaddafi to keep the stereo down or I'll turn him in.
Claire?
I'll be hanging out the front of John Edwards' shows, dressed in a sheet, going, woo!
Sammy J?
Je vais parler en français.
Cal?
I'll be going to Stockholm for the announcement of the Nobel Prize for Physics and making a noise like I just missed out.
Akmal?
I'll be celebrating 10 years of the war in Afghanistan by blowing up the candles on the cake.
Randy?
I'll be in Sydney at the Festival of Cycling, drinking skinny soy frappuccinos in a cafe wearing fluoro-lycra hot pants.
And I'll be in Adelaide at the John Farnham concert, making sure this really is the last time. Good night.